Alrighty, guys. Got a bunch of cool beans going on this morning. Pretty crazy stuff. All right. So I'm just gonna do my morning brief while everyone's getting in here, and then we're gonna talk about these charts. All right. Because these are looking pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. And we knew we were looking for that sell, but boy, this gave life to it. All right. So we are getting that bigger pullback, which is great. I'm just gonna say that right now. 100%. This is great. Morning. Actually, before I start this, I'm gonna put this on your radar, all right? I'm watching Carvana on this pullback. This is great, all right, guys? If we do end up seeing Carvana pull back to 47, 46 bucks, that is, there you go. There's your entry along this, this pullback. Yeah, guys, as you can see, we literally do have an uptrend going on right here. And if you were to break down through here, you'll have like parallel support going on. We call it a super support. All right. You got this little shelf going on. It's going to align with something like this. We could see a wick down here. All right. At open, we are already down 1.2% on SPY. QQ, you're down 1.7%. Kind of crazy stuff. But you know, guys, we're gonna go over what we're looking for on this pullback. I did go over it in yesterday's video, but just in case you weren't in yesterday's video, we're here. Plus, this is a bigger pullback, so that's cool beans. All right. Good morning. You can actually pull that up right there. Look at that. That's beautiful. I love it. Love the confluence, guys. Love the confluence. But this is why this is going to be a bounce spot that I am going to be watching. It's going to be right over here. If we got that in real-time arrows, though, yeah, no, it's just an extended. All right. Yeah, morning, everyone. Morning. This is on the hourly time frame. You guys can see we are already oversold. I do think any bounces will be sold after getting this. Just putting it out there. We're going to have to see. We did have a hot CPI, so that is something that is that's going on there. Just come over here, like that. All right, let's talk about some stuff, guys. All right, I'm gonna start off with regular hours, and we can go over extended hours, but we can see where price is, so it's not the most important thing right now. Morning, Marina G. Morning, top of the morning to you. But as you guys see, guys, we were like literally right here on this uptrend. You broke down, and like if you really want to look at where this last leg came from, it's from over here. So we're gonna go a little something like that. And this is primarily where we are going to be watching. All right, you did not hold this level. If you were to, you know, get a bit off of the open, you know, if we open up down here, look for sellers to step in right here in this zone. All right, this is going to be your, I'm just going to call it for now the heavily trade zone, because it was going to act as a demand zone, but as of right now, you're opening underneath it. So we expect action to go on there. We can expect sellers to be there. That is really what I'm going to be paying attention to over here. But as you can see, the golden pocket literally aligns with the support over here. So if we do get a larger pullback, this is exactly the spot I'm going to be watching. It's going to be around 425. As you guys just saw, we're also in this parallel upsloping channel. Morning, Khalifa. Top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing great over there. My man Charlie, what's going on, brother? What's going on, guys? Is it snowing where you are? Because it's a storm over here. I'm not leaving my house until later because I can't. They asked if I wanted to go open one of the stores. It's like nope. I'm all good on that. I don't think I'm gonna risk getting into an accident on the way over there. Hope you guys are being safe this morning as well if it's really snowing where you guys are, but we have so much snow on the roads. There's no point in trying to drive right now. But on SPY, guys, that's really what we're paying attention to over here at 425. All right, if you really want to, you know, see it, I'm not going to keep this zone up, but this is literally like the golden pocket, guys. This is kind of absolute just perfect. All right, you can see this is where sellers were stepping down here. This is where buyers are stepping right here. This is going to be a zone of interest right here. All right, so we are going to put an alert right there. As I was telling someone yesterday, the big benefit of TradingView is you can get the essential, and I think it allows, I think it's like 15 to 20 alerts. And guys, you know, you don't have to, if you want to watch a ton of tickers like I do, if you are watching for a ton of setups and a bunch of different price action, you don't have to just be laser focused on it all the time. You set these alerts. And when these alerts get hit, you go back to the chart because you knew like you only placed the alert there because it was going to mean something. All right. That's a spot of interest. Where are you at? Nah, I'm over in the CT area. You're over in Philly? So you ain't got snow going on over there, eh? Maybe not, maybe not. But yeah, I'm over in CT. It's been freezing here in the morning when I go on my dog walks in the morning because I just my dogs are just off leash. And I get why people don't like that. Other people will not have the dogs in control and they end up I just hate when people like just say some snobby shit and I'm like, my dogs are, you know, they're better than, they're more well behaved than your dog on a leash. And they're off leash and there's two of them and you're really gonna start talking shit to me. And I'm like, come on, just let me go about my thing. So I go very early in the morning is what I'm getting at, because there are leash laws. Well, not this specific one, but the law is you have to have your dog under control. And I would argue that yeah, my pups are most like it's just unquestionable at this point. But yeah, that's why I go in the morning. But it's super cold in the morning, and that is what has sucked recently. It is freezing in the morning, and then it warms up throughout the day. Today, obviously, won't be warming up. All right, it's good. No, so CPI did come in hot. All right, it came in, I think it was at 3.1% compared to the 2.9%. What I think about Tesla, we could look at some Tesla. All right. Yeah, I'm going to keep this live short. I just wanted to hop on here and say what's up to everyone. We're going to look at some of these charts because we are getting a massive pullback to start the day across the board. What do I think about Tesla, though? I was going to point out that it was in an inverse head and shoulders here, but I would now say, hey, it does look like you're probably going to revisit these lows, and at that point, you're not going to have an inverse head and shoulders. Right shoulder would be, you know, taking out the head, or an equivalent head. You will have this range here. And when the range breaks, it should be explosive. All right. You do also have the bullish divergence. Who says you don't come down here and we get a triple bullish divergence? And then there's a much better opportunity there because you get to buy the bottom. All right. That is really, you know, how I'm thinking here. I'm really not looking to short this thing too much. Just putting it out there. I don't think, you know, I don't know how big this pullback is really going to be. And I hate how these trend lines don't add up on the extended hours to the regular hours. But you guys can see here on extended hours and SPY, guys, we're literally just in this channel. You come down here and you like, you know, this is exactly the spot I'm going to be watching over here. Just like on QQQ, we're going to be watching this confluence area. All right. Well, on SPY, it's literally right here. You're going to have dual support. You're going to have your trend line support as well. You're going to have your horizontal support, your demand zone down there. But I will say you have a big, fat, nasty red bar. The last big, fat, nasty red bar you had, you ended up just getting it bought up. All right. I'm not saying that's going to happen from here, but I am definitely saying this is the bounce spot I'm watching. And if you break under there, you have nothing until you come all the way down here to 480. At that point, I do think you just come to 480 and we get a lot of buyers stepping in at the previous all-time high, the 479.98 level, that you can come all the way back to that bad boy right over there. I think CPI would be a blowout. We have another CPI before the Fed speaks. I don't know. I don't really concern myself with these events too much, guys. I literally watch the charts. Like I'll point out what I was pointing out in yesterday's video. I know, you know, most of you guys probably watched that video, but I did spend some time going over, guys, do not get bearish until you get a 15-minute bearish divergence. And we finally got that. And then I pointed out how the last few times we've gotten that, that's where you get your $5+ sells. And that is what you're interested in. You're not interested in shorting as this thing is just, you know, doing that. You're not. It was, you know, a messy ride. If you did, like there was still bullish structure going on. And then you finally get this bearish divergence being put in. And that literally, again, marked the top. Did we know it was going to mark the top? No. But we knew, I think it was like the last 8 major like $5 sells here on SPY. They came from that. Anywhere from $5 to like $11 sells. So as of right now, rocking with that, guys. We were rocking with our $10 sell. There you go. Really, guys, you're just watching over here. I don't pay attention to this like I do. Obviously, I pay attention to the news, but I really don't concern myself with it too much because in reality, they told us. All right, the charts did tell us that we should be looking for that sell or like the pullback. I don't want to call it a sell because people are going to be like, oh, you know, you're looking for something larger. I am eventually looking for something larger because we do have this daily bearish divergence, but as you guys have seen, every dip has been eaten for quite some time now. So we're going to have to really see some bearish structure get put in here on the daily time frame, which I'm just going to put it out there. We can just come straight down here and take out this low. That's what you're watching. If you can't find buyers in this golden pocket here, all right, you're looking for, you know, this low right here to be taken out. And the next stop is, you know, all the way down here at 403 for QQQ. But to really set something up bearish to go off of here, guys, we're going to be looking for something like this. All right, we're going to have the golden pocket here. Let's say you do end up bouncing. Let's say you bounce in this golden pocket right here at the bottom trend line. Let's just, you know, that's where we're going to go off of right here. We're going to take that off right there. What am I doing? I'm bugging. Right here. All right. You're going, oh, that's why I had the golden pockets. All right. And then let's say we're going right here. Okay. I was confusing myself. Golden pocket inception, guys. It really is continuous. All right. So let's say we do get buyers stepping in right here with a need to. Let's just say that becomes the case. Then we're going to be looking for buyers to step in all the way up into this golden pocket. And this is where the sell side structure comes in. You want to be looking for the lower high. Now we're going to get that, or we're going to get that, or we're going to get this, and we're going to immediately take out this low, and that's going to tell us to be bearish on this pullback, like, you know, right here. And then maybe it's not as large of a pullback, and we finally do get an unwind like we got over here. Now, this is actually a perfect example of what I was just going over. All right. Absolute perfect example. How you pulled back to the golden pocket. This is where you were looking to take your shorts. I understand things are pretty red right now, and you probably will make money on the short side, just kind of shorten from here, because I do think you're going to keep falling. But I am not going to tell anybody that this is giving you a clean entry. There's that. All right, let me actually look at some of these other setups I was paying attention to. Nike's come back for the retest there. Carvana's one that I really want Carvana. I'm going to be honest. I also got to run Carvana like 3 freaking times on like great trades last week. So going into this week, this is great. Good morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Yeah, this thing is definitely one that I'm waiting on. W is one I was excited for, but it is not, as you say, shop did not gap up. It gapped down. So that was that. We did not see life get given to that W setup over there. But I still think it's loading. I think it just needs some more time. So there's that. Come over here to shop, guys. Let's actually get a clean ass chart going here. All right, and I'm gonna log off here in like 3 or 4. And it's not a forward indicator. What do you mean? Yeah, what does that mean? I understand it's a lagging indicator, but it's like pretty much every single indicator out there. Ivan, I need you to understand. They give us warning signs. They're not going to just tell us the future, but they give us the warning signs. I talk about it a lot on my channel. If you don't understand it, I just let me know, and I will go over this. You know, there is actually, if I know there's an Ivan in the Discord. I don't know if that's you. Go watch the video that I already made in the Discord. It is, you know, those are all detailed videos on exactly this. Just put one out on divergences. And I do think it's going to be beneficial to anybody who watches, because it is, you know, I would have told you to be looking for this, you know, sell on the 15-minute time frame over there. But yeah, it's not a forward-looking indicator, but it definitely gave us, it literally gave us the warning sign. I don't know how else I can like prove that to you other than showing you it. If you don't want to look at it that way, you don't have to, but like, you know, lying to yourself at this point. It doesn't have to be the forward. It's like technically, you know, it is kind of a forward-looking indicator though. All right. So I don't get what you're saying. I'm going to be completely honest there. Yeah, IWM did get squeezed over here though, and you are completely dropping down. And now we're going to be watching for buyers step in the golden pocket again. All right, guys, so you got one leg up, you got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3, you got a 4. Now we're looking for buyers step up somewhere down here for that fifth leg up. And that's why I was saying, like, hey, you probably will make money just kind of going short, but probably only for a little, and then you're going to get a decent sized bounce here. Let's just look at it down here. In my mind, downside limited as of right now. You got another 0.5% over here on QQQ. If you come over here to SPY, all right, let's look at where that one is. Come right there, go right there. Again, all right, you're looking pretty limited there. I understand you can make some decent coin there, and that's why I say you're probably going to make money if you do short the open, but I also don't want to tell anybody to do so. I think downside's limited. Anchor VWAP on the news to see strength. And Henry, you the man, bro. You guys are all the freaking mans, okay? I'm serious. I appreciate you guys so much. It is, the community just literally warms my heart every single day. Hey, last night's analysis, I think that was a great one. That was a great one. I'm excited to see this sell. I'm gonna be honest. I did de-size down on AMD literally just because I was like, I'm not gonna go into a gamble event all heavy and stuff like that. I will say I had a W lotto that is definitely just dead, but I also was very clear that was a lotto. Like 100%. It was like either shop is going to gap up and this thing's probably going to come like, have a big boy move, or, it's dying. There's that. Guys, we are finally seeing the pullback on these semis. That is also something to take note of. Something I'm interested in is over here on TSM. All right. I'm interested on TSM's pullback. I think this thing is destined to go run up to the high now that's already, had a pretty decent move and it's gotten close there. Let's just put alert on there over there. But you're like very close to the all-time high here, and this is, I think I was saying it in the weekly update. I'm not saying it goes straight there, but it is very likely going to take out the high, considering we have seen all these other chip stocks do some crazy things. And AMD, guys, you really do want to just see buyers stepping in down here. If they don't step in down here and you start taking out this low, that is when this ain't looking the best. But like, I'm just going to put it out there. As long as you're consolidating above the zone, you're buying time on your contracts, I think you're going to have a good time over here on AMD. That is just, it's just my thought, 100% opinion there. But we've seen, a bunch of these other chip stocks go crazy, and AMD has been the same range for almost a month now. So I do think this one is loading. MU is actually a bit of a fake out yesterday. I didn't like this candle that closed out with, and as we could see, big old gap down here. So that was the thing. I was thinking, hot CPI, gap down, cool CPI, gap up. All right. And I was thinking, hey, if you got a cool CPI, it was probably going to blow a lot of people's minds, and have a pretty sick, nasty gap up. But guys, this is really just the pullback we were looking for. All right. This is what we are finally, like, we were waiting for it. We had the warning sign for it. I think it's finally setting up here. And I'm not saying it's going to turn into a longer thing right here, but I think if we do get something like this, I think it's going to drive so many people crazy. And I think during this time, we're going to have a lot of time to make money in the short term, like, on smaller time frame setups and stuff like that. Like, I think we're going to have a lot of opportunity here. And then for the next bull run, we'll be really good. And I'm just going to come over here to Bitcoin. Bitcoin can keep, rocket shipping here. But is it going to be so bad if it pulls back for a while and drives everyone crazy? No. All right. You look at these things like Coin, CLSK. All right. You got Coin earnings this morning. Not Coin earnings this morning. Coin earnings on Thursday. I'm bugging. All right. I know you had shop. What other earnings did we have this morning, guys? What other earnings? This thing is dying. Look at that, guys. 12% gap down. We reported earnings that they beat. Could be an indicator. Caparano. And it's cool. Damn, no movement at all. That's crazy looking. Yeah, honestly, primary focus on this pullback is going to be Carvana, guys. This thing does have, at least last time I looked, which was like a week ago, it had like 40% short interest. That's kind of freaking crazy. I'm just putting it out there. Like, that's insane. So, no wonder this thing was just going to keep squeezing up like this. This is exactly what we're looking for. D-Dog had earnings. Let's look at those guys. Oh, wow, is it D-Dog? Alrighty, you actually are in a wedge looking thing here. Look for more continuation in the downside. Alright, guys, so I'm going to start wrapping things up here. Let's actually look at, before I go, let's look at, what is it called? I want to look at some of these bigger guys. How are these guys looking right now? Meta is just stalling out. Look at that. Meta with the bearish divergence. Or not the bearish divergence. But actually, over here on Meta, guys, if you want a short, all right? I'm not saying to short the beast, but I am saying, this is kind of what I was saying when I was saying don't short the beast. If this thing is going to do this and then have the next leg up, or it's probably going to just keep, you know, going higher. Now, you could potentially have a short setup setting up over here on Meta if you were to come and take out this low. Why? Because you will have a downtrend. All right? You have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high, and then you'll have a lower low. So there you go. But yeah, I do think for the short term, guys, I feel like we're going to get a sick, nasty bounce, and it's going to trap people. And that's, you know, that's not good. Okay? That's why I'm not really so interested in shorting, guys. I am interested in, at least not right now. I told you guys the short setups that I'm waiting on. Those are the ones I want to take. All right. We're still in this channel. We're probably going to get buyer step in. You have 3 points of confluence here. Let's put it that way. All right. You're going to have your uptrend, like the bottom, you know, trend line of this parallel channel. You're going to have horizontal support / your demand zone. And you're going to have the golden pocket down here. I think it's very likely if you come down here, you're going to get a big old nasty bounce. It's probably going to trap a lot of people in the short term. And then people get pissed off. They sell you the shorts on this bounce. And then it does something like that. And then it rolls over and really dies. All right. And then they're going to be even more mad. So, like, I think we're about to have some traps to be played here. All right. That's what I'm really looking at. Let's actually look at VIX before we log off here, too. VIX, guys, breaking out of your range, or at least you're pushing up to the top of it. All right, let's see what happens here on Mr. VIX. I am going to just say your RSI is already at 60. Guys, when you get the RSI piping it up to 65, we are going to say that upside is limited over here on Mr. VIX. That is just how I have seen it happen for a very long time now, and I don't think that is going to be the change, or to be changing. So if you see VIX, see this RSI up here today, look for that dead cat bounce that I was just speaking on over here on that. Where's my freaking all right, I don't know where it went. There we go. SPY. All right, look for that dead cat bounce. All right, with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the video later.